Hi guys, Paul here from the Complete Personal Trainer podcast, and today's going to be talking about a client tip: what to do when your client gets upset. So a lot of the time when we're working, a lot of my podcast stuff is, it recently has been a bit more technical in nature. So looking at program design, thing, assessment stuff. I've got one coming out tomorrow on movement programming, so looking at increasing movement variability in programs and looking at the frontal and transverse plane. One thing we always need to remember is, even though that stuff's really, really fun and a little bit more, I guess it's a bit more engaging to learn about, a bit more technical stuff there, we really need to remember at the end of the day that we are working with people all the time, and people have emotions and emotions happen. So a lot of the time when you're working with your clients, what will happen is something will happen. I'm saying the word happen a lot. Something will occur that will set them off emotionally. They may cry, they may get upset, they may get angry. Either way, they're going to have a negative emotional outcome based compared to normal. So this could happen if a client doesn't get a weight loss result that they're after, they don't get a change in their body fat on their measurements, they don't hit a particular lift. It can be a number of different situations. And sometimes they can just break down due to the whole amount of the entire stress that they're under. So if someone's like a highly stressed out person, it's quite common that they can just break down in training session. The actual training session can push them over the edge. Okay, so what do you do when the client cries? First of all is you need to work out where you are when they cry. So if they cry in the middle of a gym floor, it's very different to crying in the consultation room or a private office or something like that. So if they're crying on the gym floor and it's a busy gym floor, the first thing that you want to do is get them off the floor. It's as simple as that. Take them somewhere like a safe space where they can feel okay and not really feel too bad about it. The second thing that you want to do is never cry with them. So never let yourself get, jump in the pool, jump in the well and cry and be upset and do that whole kind of thing. You want to be the strong person in this situation. You want to be the solid rock, the foundation which they can get their feelings back on track. Listen to what they say, emphasize, don't sympathize. So the difference between two is, I'm sure most people that are listening to this do know this, but agree with them, say, yes, I can understand that would be hard, but don't start bringing in your own experience into it. It doesn't help. It can just lead you both on a pity party. It can also indicate that you're not really listening. So yeah, we definitely don't want to do that. From there, once you've kind of got them down to a normal level, you want to give them something positive straight away. So this is where the ability of a personal trainer to do a fun type of workout where you're not really worried about exercise selection, you're not worried about getting the best training outcome, you're not looking at any of that kind of stuff. You're trying to do a workout that's fun-based for that particular client. So me personally, I'm a huge fan of not using fun as a programming variable. I don't think it's necessary. I think results are more fun. This is why I don't program things like sleds and stuff like that. For most people, weak hypertrophy outcome, fat loss outcome, that's all diet anyway. But if someone's like having a crappy day, we're going to give them a fun workout or a relaxing workout. So this is where you need to have a more complete amount of skills than what you would normally think that you would have. So if you, for example, have a client who've cried, they've been upset, something hasn't happened, they haven't hit a lift, do some new stuff that they haven't done before. That's a little bit easy to do, like med ball slams, throwing stuff around, jumping up and down. Something that is fun, quite different from the normal training, to re-engage the client mentally and get them out of their little sad state. Doing that kind of fun workout can really perk someone up quite quickly, give them something challenging that's a little bit different. If they enjoy it, happy days. You've done your job. The next thing to do, or the other option, is to give them more of a relaxing workout. So looking at like some stretching work, yoga type stuff, Pilates type stuff. If you know things like Eldoa method or some PRI drills, something like that where they can focus on their breathing, get their heart rate down. Feldenkrais method, Alexander technique. There's a ton of different like lower intensity parasympathetic stimulating exercise regimes that you can do with someone who's just, bawled their eyes out. And there's nothing, sorry, my contact lens is playing up. There's not, with these types of workouts, what the clients will often say to you, thank you, I just really need that. So what you want to do is from here is the way to pick the one that you're going to do is based on why the client is upset. So the general rule of thumb is someone's upset about a crappy result, like they haven't hit a lift or they haven't hit their weight loss goal. It's always important to remind them that exercise has other benefits besides just the outcomes that they get. So enjoying the process can be a really important thing. So that's where the fun workout really works well in that situation. If someone's just overstressed and overdone and overtired and they just feel beat up and they hate every moment of their life, a really good thing is to give them more of the relaxing, stretching type workout to help bring them down a little bit, to lower their levels of systemic stress, boost up their parasympathetic nervous system, and help them get a little bit of recovery. All the while you're talking to them, you don't want to keep on harping on the issue that it was. What you want to do at the end of the session is just recap what kind of happened, what's kind of upset. So, hey, I understand it's a struggle to, you hadn't lost as much weight as you were hoping for. It does happen. Unfortunately, it's not a linear process. What we can do now, though, is we can do another nutrition consultation, another dietary evaluation, some kind of strategy for them to focus on, so then you can hit to your goal and give you some more accountability and some more feedback. Would that work well for you? Yes, it would. So that kind of conversation with someone at the end where you take them from the point where they're really upset, you listen to them, you emphasize with them, you give them something else to do that's fun or relaxing based on the outcome, and then you give them a solution. Once they've had the part where they've had the fun, they've got the endorphins, or they've relaxed and they feel calm, then giving someone a solution is going to lead them leaving the session feeling much more hopeful for the future rather than just feeling dejected about what happened. So guys, that's how I deal with clients who they cry during a session. Any questions, hit me up. Speak to you tomorrow.